Have you already achieved things that you thought would make you happy? Did that achievement give you the feeling you thought it was going to? I remember when I first said, I'm going to get in shape and that's going to solve all my problems. It solved a lot of them. However, it didn't solve all of them. And once I got in shape, I was thinking about, all right, cool, now I want to get really big muscles. And now that muscle's not big enough. That muscle needs to get bigger. That needs to get bigger. And it's a continual, perpetual cycle of improvement and needing to get the next goal, to get the next goal, get the next goal. This video is not about being present for the achievements. This is actually a different spin on this. This is about being present during the process of these achievements and noting down in real time where you're in the struggle or you're in the middle of something that is definitely going to be the thing, the catalyst maybe, to reach you to your goal. I'm gonna play you a short clip. This is of me a couple of months ago. I was trying to get 40 kilograms on the incline dumbbell press and I failed, but I didn't delete the video. And I remember that was like a difficult moment for me, but I was with a good friend of mine at the time and I said to him, I said, I am going to use this footage. I'm going to use this exact same clip and I'm going to create a video out of this clip with another one of me pushing even more weight with ease. And that was my goal. Boom, the goal had been set. But even within that, I wasn't able to set that goal unless I had been present in the moment of failure. Now, later on, I'll play that other clip. I went on and lifted even more on the bench with the dumbbells. But that's besides the point. Now we're going to get into how to sort of schedule presence and what does presence actually mean practically, because it can be one of these concepts that we hear, be more present, and it's like, yeah, I don't know about you, but my instant thought when if somebody ever told me that was, yeah, how? Well, like, what do you mean? To be specific, and we're going to get onto that in a minute. But the problem, what's the problem? Why should we become present and why aren't we? Simply put, we're living in a day and age where we have access to everything, which means we focus on nothing, which means we sit there with nothing. We have the world in the palm of our hands, and phones are incredible. Maybe watching this on a phone, fantastic. But they are also, anything that can be used for good can be used for bad. And it is stealing our presence in real time. I'm going to be really honest with you now. I'm in the process of about to lose a loved one in my family. And throughout this process, I am thinking about how many times and missed opportunities I had to go and see them. Now they're still here. And it's only because of that now in this moment I'm trying my best I'm trying to actually go and see them. Last week I was with them and I was on my phone for like 20 minutes and then I clocked it instantly. I said, Alf, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like the phone's gonna be there. They're not gonna be there. Put the phone down, man. Be present. And I know that's quite a deep example. You may have had this previously with a loved one or somebody that you care about, that maybe they've gone away for a long time, maybe they've gone to university or whatever, maybe they're gone. They don't have to be not here anymore, but maybe they're gone somewhere. Now in those moments, I bet we wish that when we was with them, that we maybe turned our phone off. Or maybe we asked that question and we engaged a little bit more with them. And that's simply what this whole video is about. It's simply about being a little bit more present. And presence is incredibly important for feedback. And feedback is incredibly important when it comes to improving at any skill or goal. So when we're climbing this mountain, those moments of presence may be the answer to get us to that next step. Here's a real example. In the Olympic archery team, one of the coaches noticed that all of the participants, all of the athletes per se, they were all so focused on hitting the target that they didn't do the right technique and form. They weren't slow enough in the drawback. They wasn't doing anything properly because they were so focused on their actual aiming that they didn't do the rest of the maneuver properly. We focus so much on the end goal and target, and I found this multiple times. I've managed to achieve most of what my 16-year-old self would want. But I know standing here right in front of you that I'm not content. I'm not fulfilled. I know I've got so much more to go. But if I went back and spoke to that 16-year-old me and told him where I would be at my age now, he would have been like, yeah, great. So then why are we not content? And why are we always chasing? One, that's the human condition. We're going to continue to chase and that's fine. If you clicked on here expecting me to say, slow down, bro, like stop, don't worry about your goals, just chill. No, the opposite. Go for it wholeheartedly and aggressively with intent. But take moments. Take moments intentionally for nothing, for space, to be completely present. Because in those moments of presence, an idea will come to you. I've made a video about silence and how important it is. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. But an idea will come to you. I find that in these moments of silence, great ideas come to me. I find that in these moments of presence, when I'm just at ease, my phone's off, these devices are off, great ideas come to me. I find that sitting with my family sometimes and just turning the phone off at night time or whatever, these moments I'm cherishing. Unfortunately, it works like that. We reach the goal and realize, oh, it weren't about the goal, it was about the chase. Or we lose that person close to us and realize, oh, I probably should have spent more time present with them. I'd give back, like what would I give back to have that moment? And if we'd give all those things back to have that moment again, then surely we just do it in the moment right now, which is the present moment. I said earlier that practically we'll go through how to do it. Let's do that. So practically, how can we be a little bit more present? Phone away, just put your phone away. If you're having a conversation with somebody, it's so enticing to go to Google and find an answer, but maybe turn your phone off. Do this together with somebody. I do actually do this with people sometimes. We'll just power our phone off and we'll have a conversation. And then subconsciously, something will come up where we'll be like, right, let's grab the phone. And then we realize, oh, the phones are off. We're all addicted, by the way. We are all addicted to our phones. But we'll realize, oh, the phone's off. I can't even access it. And then we'll go back to the talking. Whereas if the phone was on, we'd just go on our phone and then boom, we're distracted instantly from the conversation. Understand that you are messing with a beast in that phone, in these phones. There are psychologists that sit in offices for 8 to 12 hours a day working out how to get you addicted to that app, screen and whatever it is. If you think you're just gonna brute power your way through that, you're not. You're gonna be deceived and addicted like we all are, and we all are. But we have to accept that we're addicted to these phones and just manage them. The next one, no music. Again, you're gonna hate me, no sound, right? Try this when you're training. When you next go to a training session, first of all, you're gonna notice how many people are listening to music or have headphones in. And then second of all, you are going to be so present that when you lift that weight off your shoulders or whatever, squat, whatever you're doing, when you lift that weight up or off, I do this, I program this in like maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. I have an intentional session where there is no music, no stimulation. I don't have my headphones. And ironically, they're the best sessions of the week or of those 2 weeks, because simply because I'm present and I'm focused on one thing instead of 2 things, 3 things, 4 things, 5 things going on around me, and I'm only focused on one thing. No music, phone away. And the next one, and this one is really important. Sorry about my writing. Active listening. Something we all do. I'm guilty of this too. You know the moment that you're speaking with someone, just normal speaking, and as soon as they start speaking, you're thinking about what you're going to say next and how you're going to rebuttal it. Maybe you're in a debate. I'm going to challenge it with this, but bruv, shut up. Actively listen. When somebody is next talking to you, try, and this is hard, try to switch off your brain from answering and ask another question. What do you mean by that? How does that make you feel? And now suddenly what you've done is you've allowed presence in that moment. Now there's a couple of examples I've given throughout this video. The next time you fail, record it. Record it if you fail. Or track it, be like, right, I failed on this day. I remember when I failed on those weights, I tracked it. I said, no, I failed, but I'm going to turn this into something. And I'm going to be present in this failure because this is going to be such a big part of this journey and the success. To counter that, phone away. Have a moment, schedule a moment during the week where you have a phone, where you have no phone at all. Maybe you go out your house without the phone, and we're going to sort of talk about, maybe I'll break that down a little bit more one day. No music. Have a training session where you have no music at all and just focus on lifting that weight. That bench, whatever you're doing, and then actively listen. This is probably the most important. The next time you're having a conversation with somebody, maybe someone you love, or maybe a random stranger, or a debate, don't think about what you're going to say next. Listen to that person. Ask another question on top of the question. Then get them to go deeper. Ask them how it makes them feel. Actually listen to what they say. They may reveal gold. They may reveal treasures and gold that you'll be able to take and apply into your life. But even if you didn't, you heard and you saw that person and you remembered it. But being present is incredibly important. It's spoken about a lot, but it's not made practical. I've tried to make it as practical as possible. Schedule moments of presence. Be present with people that you love. They're not here forever, and neither are we. These phones, as good as they are, fantastic as they are connecting us with the world and giving us opportunities for finance and for development, they are also a distraction. If you go into a shop and there's 100 different flavors of sandwiches, you're going to be there a lot longer picking what sandwich you're going to get. If you went into the shop and there was one sandwich, you just pick that sandwich and you'd go. It's decision fatigue. And this decision fatigue is having an effect on our ability to be present. Phone away. Schedule a time without music. And actively listen when people are speaking. And you'll see and realize that in these moments of presence, you'll find true beauty and you'll seek them out more. But yeah, Just a quick one. I'll see you in a bit.